Good morning, children of the Most High. This is Chukwemeka with the Igbo Hebrews. Brothers and sisters, I want to state my opinion on the fear of Islamization that is currently gripping lots of people in Nigeria, in southern Nigeria. People are expressing concern that the Nigerian government is secretly trying to Islamize the entire nation. I want to state my opinion on that. This is my opinion. Before I go ahead, let me make a disclaimer here. I believe that the religion of Islam and the religion of Christianity, both of them are totally worthless. Both of them are totally worthless and useless to any black person. That's what I believe. Anyone who is black, anyone who is from Africa, anyone who is from Nigeria, both of these religions are totally worthless. What people should be doing is returning to their culture, because both of these religions come from the Europeans. Some people think that it was the Arabs that brought in Islam. No, it wasn't the Arabs. It was the Europeans that took it to the Arabians. Okay? Both of these religions are totally worthless activities in my opinion, and nobody should even be paying attention to any of them. That's what I believe. What people should be doing is going back to their tradition, the Igbo tradition, the Yoruba tradition, the Hausa tradition, the Efik tradition, the Kanuri tradition, the Buari tradition, the Ijo tradition, the Ibibio tradition, the Urobo tradition. That's what we should be going back to what makes us Africans, to what our ancestors did. Our ancestors were not proselytizing, they were not trying to convert anybody. That's how we can live in peace. If we keep practicing this worthless empirical religion that was brought to us by Europeans, we'll be having this issue. We'll keep having it forever. Now, addressing the fear, the concern that people have been expressing that the Nigerian government is trying to secretly Islamize the entire nation. I won't try to be very myopic about this. I'll say is this: why is it now that people are crying out for it? And the reason I'm saying it is because from the Igbo perspective, most times it's the Igbo people that will feel the need to do something about that, to fight for Christianity. It's the Igbo people on most occasions that will feel that they have to fight to keep Christianity. It's the Igbo people that usually do that. Almost every Christian church in this country was built by Igbos. Majority Igbos. It's the Igbo people that will fight for Christianity. But these same pastors, the Yoruba pastors that are now crying out that the government is trying to Islamize, where were they in 2015? Were they not the ones that elected this current regime? Because the truth of the matter, brothers and sisters, is that these pastors you're saying, these pastors, predominantly Yoruba pastors, they did not campaign, or they did not support the Christian that was campaigning for re-election in 2015. They actually supported the Muslim. Why did they do that? Because the majority of the people who were coming out for election were from Yoruba area, were Muslims. Also, the entire Yoruba tribe actually supported the Muslim, because they felt that the other incumbent, Goodluck Jonathan, has more Igbo affiliation. It was the Igbos that stuck our neck out there trying to support him. Even though he's not an Igbo man, he's an Ijo man. But we tried to support him. Now, why am I saying this? You see, the Igbos will feel a sense of chivalry to protect Christianity. And this is wrong. That is where the whole problem is. These people that are crying out that they want to Islamize the nation, where were they? Why did they not fight for Christianity? If they really believe in Christianity, why did they not vote a Christian in 2015? Look, some people may feel that it is right to fight for Christianity so that they don't Islamize the nation and force us to be Muslims. Some people may feel it's not right, but at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody feels. What I'm saying is that Igbos should not take the lead. If there's a need to fight for anything, Igbos should not take the lead for it, especially for Christianity, because we do not benefit from Christianity. We are enslaved to Christianity. You cannot be fighting for your master. First of all, it's even funny why people will fight for their God. Christians will want to go to war because you insult their Jesus. Muslims want to go to war because somebody drew a cartoon about Muhammad. Is that not stupid? Why will people fight for their God? If your God is strong, why can't he fight for himself? Is the portrait of an abusive parent. For instance, if somebody comes to your house and start abusing your parent, will your parents send a 3-year-old child to go and fight the person for him? Won't your parent be the one to go and fight to protect the honor of the family? So why won't the God go and fight for the guy fight is in battle? Why will you, the person that served the God, the child of the God, go and fight? This is the portrait of an abusive parent. This is the kind of religion that was brought to us by these Europeans. An abusive parent is a structure whereby if we are being abused, we don't even know it. People are fighting for their God. A few hundred years ago in Africa, that's on if your God is strong, your God will go to war. If you say your God, you're worshiping Ngene or you're worshiping Amadioha, and you fight and you have a contention, two of them will battle each other. And humans will just stand and look and watch. It's never done that people will go to war to fight for God. But this is the kind of crappy religion we inherited from the Europeans, where people go to war to fight for their God. How does that make sense? So, brothers and sisters, it was only after, to be honest with you, I started hearing a new wave of this Islamization, only after the pastor general of, or what do you call it, general overseer of Redeemed Church was forced out of his position. That's when the whole thing started that, they're trying to Islamize the nation, they are forming their own Islamic bank, blah, blah, blah. And look, you all know, I don't really care about what happens in politics, because to tell you the truth, we in Africa, we don't rule ourselves. Our political leaders don't rule us. Anybody who thinks that this country is ruled by whoever is in Aso Rock, that person is insane. We are ruled from London. That's where we are ruled from. We are ruled from Washington, D.C. We are ruled from France. That's where we are ruled from. So our politicians here are just clowns. They are just, I don't know, public relations officers. That's what they are. So I don't really waste my time with politics. But the truth of the matter is this: those Christians that are now crying that they are trying to Islamize the nation, they did this. They are the ones who did not vote a Christian into power. They are the ones that did that. So this is a product that they created. This is something that they created. We stuck our head out there. In 2015, we stuck our head out there supporting the Christian. We have fought for the Christianity. We should not lead the fight for this, okay, they are trying to Islamize us, let us do this. We should not do that. This is my suggestion. And I do hope, brothers and sisters, listen. Because this is the game now. They give us a sense of problem, and then they'll watch as we go to war, and they'll sit down and take all the benefit from that war. Because again, Igbos are not benefiting from Christianity. I don't know Igbo pastors that are buying private jet. I mean, the other time it came out, Nigerian pastors that were competing each other to buy private jet. None of them was Igbo. Not one of them. But almost 80%, more than 80% of the money that they're using to buy these jets came from Igbo people. What kind of stupidity is this? And now we want to go to war to fight for Christianity? Anyway, I have to put this out there. You see, I have had this conversation with brothers and sisters a number of times, and they kind of express some kind of fear to me. They express the fear that if we do not fight to keep Christianity, the Muslims will Islamize the entire nation. They will force us to be Islam. They will conquer us and force us to be Islam. Brothers and sisters, look, first of all, let me tell you this. If you don't know history, you will keep on living in space. You will keep on living without having bearing. People who say this are people who do not know their history. That is why I keep on saying every day, Igbos need to come back to our tradition. We need to get back to our tradition. That is where our salvation lies. Brothers and sisters, this is not the first time we fought Muslims. So this is not the first time. If you don't know, let me tell you. The Ottomans, they tried to invade Igbo land before. Let me show you a map of Nigeria. So children of God, this is the map of Nigeria. In fact, this map shows the approximate population of Muslim population in Nigeria. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. if you look at this map, the only part where you don't have Muslim population is in the Igbo area. Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River, Akwa Ibom. This area that we call the old Biafra area, this we have nearly zero population that is Muslim. Why? Have you ever asked yourself why? Let me tell you why. You see, the Ottomans, all the way from Turkey or North Africa and the rest of them, Niger, they invaded your ancestors. They invaded the area we call Nigeria. They actually came in from the River Niger area. Actually, they came in from the northwest. Okay, some people call them the Fulanis today or whatever they call themselves. These are the invaders of those days. They invaded this area we call Nigeria. They went all the way, and their intention was to get to the ocean. To get to the ocean, for you to get from the northwest to the ocean, you have to cross through Igbo land. Why did they not come here? They invaded all the way to even into Cameroon and all the way to Central African Republic, but they couldn't penetrate us here. Why? Because we fought them off. Brothers and sisters, your ancestors fought them. So those of you who are scared that they're trying to Islamize the nation, that's because you've left your tradition. If you read the book by Professor Alezi said clearly that when the Ottomans invaded Igbo land, that Igbo land fought them off with their omenan, with their tradition. The Christians came and told you that the tradition is a charm, is from devil. Meanwhile, you used it to defend people who would have killed you. That's what you used to defend yourself when you were being attacked. And you allowed some people who call themselves Christians to come and make you stop it. Imagine, this is how you know that we are a nation that the Most High preserves until we abandon it. Look at the entire population of this area. The Yoruba area here, the Gwari area, the Nupe, all this area, the Hausa area here in the north, they were all conquered. Each and every one of them were conquered. The only ones that were not conquered were the Igbos. This area, we resisted them and we defeated them. Even Edo State, a lot of people in northern Edo State and in Kogi State, they are Muslims. They still have Muslim names till this very day because their ancestors were conquered and taken by these invaders. But we resisted them and we destroyed them. We stopped them. Not only the Igbos, of course, with the Igalas as well. As you all know, the ancient Igala kingdom and the Igbo kingdom are very related. All the way from the Middle East, we are that related. Okay? We stopped them from coming anywhere close. We stopped them. Just take a look at the Igbo area. There's no Muslim here. None. Because your ancestors stopped them with Omenan. And today you are scared that you can use shouting on Facebook to stop the same people. Are you kidding me? The only way you can stop them is the way you've stopped them before, by going back to your tradition and not listening to some people who came with Christianity and told you that your tradition is charm, is made of the devil, that you should stop it. Meanwhile, it's the only thing that has stopped you. Christianity has not stopped you. When these people moved from Kogi State to Enugu State and started killing people, how many blood of Jesus stopped them? When they were shouting and screaming blood of Jesus, how many people did it stop? Didn't they slaughter them in Enugu State? But if you had your tradition, if you had your Minani, and you are united, you are on code with your tradition, why would you not stop them? After all, we've done it before. So people are scared when they are not prepared. And that's the problem. We are scared today, the Igbos, because we are not prepared. And we are not prepared because we have listened to the Christians who made us stop the things that gave us confidence, the things that make us prepared. That is where the problem is. So, brothers and sisters, the solution to this is not crying on Facebook or shouting or sending WhatsApp message. That does not stop anybody from doing what they want to do. The solution to this is to get yourself prepared. Go back to the ways of your ancestors, the ways of your men. There's nothing. Take a look at how this other kingdom around us fell. But we did not. They fell to these Ottomans, but we did not. Until the Christians came and made us abandon it. Meanwhile, Christianity and Islam were brought by the same people. Christianity and Islam, both of them came from Europe. They came from Europe, brothers and sisters. They came from Europe. Islam has nothing to do with the Arabians. It came from Europe. Anyway, I want to voice my concern here. I do wish my people would listen to me. I do wish Igbos would listen to me. Look, if they are trying to Islamize the nation, it not concern you. All you need to do is to go back to your tradition, and it will not affect you. Whatever religion they come with, you are not going with them. You have your own religion. They cannot come and teach you about God. You have your own God. Anybody who comes to knock on your door say, I want to tell you about salvation, you are already saved. You have your own religion. I don't need your own. I have my own. We have our own religion. We have our own tradition. That's what we should be going back to. And if you look at it, brothers and sisters, you find out that our religion is actually what the Bible is talking about. That's why it has been protecting us until we gave it up. Our tradition is the main thing the Bible is talking about. I'll keep reminding our brothers and sisters that we should go back to this. And I do hope that the Most High will guide us back to His ways. May the Most High bless us. Salam.